Performances let you enter into a new reality. Into the Woods has the magical element, but for some characters, they might not get their happily ever after.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle?
The director for Into the Woods, Dr. Katie Wampler, said she's excited for this show since its message is unique and surprisingly realistic.
So many times in our culture, we are told, you find that right person or you get what you want and you live happily ever after. And that's not the case, but we've been kind of crafted by these stories to think in this happily ever after. And what I like about this show is we have these characters who are pursuing what they want, and that's Act 1. And then Act 2 is the consequences of those choices and those desires and those wishes and what happens after the happily ever after.
In correlation with Dr. Wampler, music director Todd Shashwarda said all the groups enjoy working together.
No one can do this by themselves. Without people running sound well, it's not going to sound great. Okay, without the orchestra being rehearsed and being in tune, then we're going to have problems. Without the set working, so there are so many things that have to work well together, and when they do, it's magical. And that's, I think, why I like this art form.
It's a fitting production for a group that thrives on collaboration, teamwork, and a tight community bond.
I am incredibly proud of everyone who is doing this show. I remember the first time that I saw the whole run-through with all the actors and with just the piano. And at the end, my friend and I, who's on the costume crew, we were both just sobbing because of how proud we were of everyone.
And if you don't go back this instant, we'll get you for all you've done. We'll get it. Where is your son?
It's been so cool because I usually don't work with like the instrumentalists or like the tech crew and things like that. So it's so neat to just see everyone's different skills and talents and ability work together to just make this one show, and it's really cool.
One of our values as the IW Theater Guild is this idea of community. And I think that this is something that is highlighted in this musical, this idea of community. And one of my favorite songs is actually in Act 2, which says, "No one is alone."
I think there's a huge thing of seeing that we have a lot of talent in this area. Whether it's in the community of Marion, when I've worked with Dr. Steve at some things with Community School of the Arts, and so we have talent there, but also at this university, there's a ton of talent, and I think that's really should be encouraging that this is here, that people can see that we have this here, and it's not, you don't have to go to Indy and Fort Wayne to find these type of things. They're right in our backyard.
The performance of Into the Woods will teach you that things don't always end the way you expect. For Crossroads, I'm Katie Key.